Hi friends, my name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel Sash Reads, and this is my Jante's Inferno TBR. Very excited for this round of Jante's Inferno. This is a readathon created by Jen over at Jen Agaton that she does every February, and it's a play on Dante's Inferno. You have to try and get out of the 9 circles of hell. You have to go in an order, and you're only allowed to double up books with 2 levels that are like right next to each other. If that doesn't make sense, go watch her video. I'll link it down below and up above for you. But I'm very excited about this round, so let's just get into it. I have doubled up everything that I could. So I think there's about 5 books on my TBR. So the 9th Circle of Hell, I need to read a backlist book. And the 8th Circle of Hell, I need to read a book with a dark premise. So I'm going to be reading My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. This is on my 12 Recs by 12 Friends. I believe Alexis was the one that told me to read this one. Yeah, it was Alexis, so I'll link her channel down below. You should definitely go check her out. Her content is so good and she likes to read horror as well. Lots of spooky reads for her. My Best Friend's Exorcism, Storygraph says it's for readers who crave nostalgic horror about the terror of watching a best friend change into something unrecognizable. Perfect if you like darkly funny, character-driven thrills with 80s pop culture flair, brisk pacing, and the emotional gut punch of teen friendship tested by creeping evil. I think I've only read one other Grady Hendrix, and that was the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I've heard that's not one of his best books, but I am very excited to get into this one. It does give the whole 80 vibe, and this cover is like real like VHS tape-esque. So yeah, this was published in 2016, so that was 10 years ago, so it's definitely a backlist book, and I believe it's just given dark premise vibes. Okie dokie, so the 7th Circle of Hell is I need to read a book, a part of a trilogy, and the 6th Circle of Hell is I need to read a book with a red or orange cover. So I do believe The Blood Trader by Lynette Noni definitely works for both of these prompts. This is the 3rd book in the Prison Healer trilogy, and I'm very excited to finish this trilogy. I really enjoyed books 1 and 2, so I'm excited to see what happens in the 3rd. This is a YA fantasy with like secret identity, and there's a rebellion, and lots of good things happen. Like all of those real good YA fantasy tropes that you love, you're gonna find in this book. There's like, yeah, betrayal, there's magic, all good stuff. The first book is mainly set in the prison and there's trials and stuff, but the 2nd and 3rd book go out in the real, like in the big world, and lots of politics involved. So the 5th Circle of Hell is to read a book with a grumpy character, and the 4th Circle of Hell is I need to read a book that has a beautiful cover, or like a cover pick, and I am going to be rereading How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson. I believe this is also the Literally Dead Book Club's pick for February as well. I was lucky enough to get a NetGalley e-arc from Simon & Schuster for this, so I'm very excited. I really enjoy the Australian cover more than the American cover, which is very different from what I usually gravitate to. But let's have a look what Storygraph says. A fast-paced, darkly comic romance that blends slasher tension with swoony, tongue-in-cheek romance. Perfect for readers who crave a moody, genre-savvy blend of horror-infused love and razor-sharp humor. So I believe this is like a horror romance, and this is about a girl. I think she is doing like a speed date convention thing. All the lights turn off and then they turn back on and someone's dead, and they've locked all the doors, and then that keeps happening. So I think it says like an only one left sort of Final Girl-esque moment to it too. I chose this book for the grumpy character because I believe she's gonna get grumpy because all her dates are dying. If it's not her, I feel like there's going to be a side character that might be grumpy as well. Yeah, I'm very excited for this. This book does come out in February. I believe it's the 3rd. So it does come out before the readathon starts, which is on the 6th to the 13th. Alrighty, the third circle of hell is to read a book that includes a dog, and the second circle of hell prompt is to read a genre you're passionate about. I am passionate about monster romance. Hi, my name's Sasha. I like monster romance, if you haven't heard. So I'm going to be reading Wolves and Whipped Cream by Ash Raven. This is one of the books set in Hallows Cove. This is a series where a bunch of different authors wrote about characters in this small town. They're all monsters and they all get it on. This, I believe, is a white shoes or a throuple-esque situation. Oh my gosh, shush. I'm choosing this book for the dog prompt because wolves are kind of like dogs, right? They're just big dogs. And like dogs are like descended from wolves. That is my thinking on this, and you cannot change my mind. So this is for readers craving light-hearted, steamy fantasy built around found family acceptance and fated connection joy. Perfect if you like fast, cozy pacing, small town warmth with witty banter, gentle monster vibes, and body-positive queer Omegaverse fluff over dense lore or angst. I feel like with the 3 other books on my TBR, I'm gonna need a palette cleanser. So this is one I'm hopefully will fly through and will just get me back into reading after reading the pretty intense horror / fantasy books that are on this TBR. And then the last circle of hell prompt is I just need to read one more book to get out of hell. And I had a different book on my TBR and then I accidentally cancelled Kindle Unlimited. Don't worry, I'll get it back, but I'm waiting for them to give me like a discount or something right now. So I'm going to be picking up a library book, and that's going to be House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. This, I believe, has vampires in it. This is a BIPOC author, and I've heard it's got queer rep and it's a horror too. And I'm being really on that horror vibe right now, so I'm hoping that this will be what I need. So Storygraph says it's for readers drawn to dark, sensual, gothic fantasy centered on the intoxicating allure of power exchanged through blood. Perfect if you crave slow burn tension, decadent manor aesthetics, and morally twisted relationships over bright magic or heroic quests, and you're fascinated by luxury built on hidden cruelty. So, I feel like my whole TBR is a mix of lots of different paces and genres and angst and tension. So I'm very, very excited. Once again, Jen, thank you so much for hosting and creating this readathon. I'm very, very excited. And yeah, let me know down below. I don't know why I'm holding this up still. Let me know down below if you're participating and what books you'll be reading. Let me know if you're keen for a vlog. I'm hoping to vlog it. I'm trying to get back into the vlogging mode. It's not working. I've only done 1 vlog this year and I've got 2 like 1 completed vlog and 2 vlogs that completely just did not work out, unfortunately. If you did get to the end of this video and you have nothing else to say but want to say something to let me know that you watched, pop a fire emoji in the comments below because it's Jante's Inferno. Don't forget, if you want to be my friend, you can like, comment, and subscribe. See more videos by me. You can also add me on Goodreads, Instagram, Storygraph, and TikTok. It's all just at @SashReads, except for TikTok, there's 2 S's on the end. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye!